Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Blaine Austin here, Sewing Machines Plus. We're coming to you live from California. Hey, we've got a great show lined up for you today, and we have our very good friend, Angela Wolf, is going to be on here with us today, so we're looking forward to that. First of all, though, I want to show you all some new products, and if you didn't get a chance to see them in our last show, we want to talk a little bit about some of our new products that we have. So everybody knows about our sewing mats. And our mats are just incredible. So if you own a sewing machine, you need one of these mats because there's a reason for it. It's not just because they look great, but they're actually in neoprene. They're 1/4 inch thick. And what they do is they dampen all the vibration from your sewing machine. So therefore it helps electronics last longer. It also dampens the noise it makes if it's sitting somewhere. And then it does offer some protection for any surface that you have it sitting on. So we really highly recommend the mats. And this is one of our brand new ones we just released. If you can see that, it says Best Friends, and it actually has some cats and dogs on there. It has paw prints. So that one's really, really cool. We have it not only in the blue, light blue, but we have it in the pink. And that has been, the pink one has really been flying off the shelf. We've been selling a lot of those already. And then we have our LSU purple, which I call it LSU. It's really not LSU purple, but it's just a very pretty purple color. And we have this one. Now, the two I just showed you, the cat and dog ones, the Best Friends, that only comes in the extra large size. But the purple that you see, this comes in all 3 sizes. So you can get it in the medium, large, or extra large size. Really pretty purple. The next one, I call it our North Carolina blue. So it's a really pretty light blue color that comes in. And if y'all can see a good shot of that. And then for all you Mary Kay fans out there, this was our pink one. And this has been real popular too, the new pink. So that's some of our new colors in the sewing mats. And everybody's loving those things. And I got some really cool things, Kyle and David. Guess what I'm going to show next?
Let's see it.
Remember what we did with the bags?
So the tote bags?
The tote bags.
Nice.
We completely reworked our tote bags this year, what we call our event bags. And we've come out with some new colors, and we actually come out with some new sayings. So I'm going to show you our new tote bags. So this one is a light blue one, and it says Quilters Rules. Do your best, have patience, be creative, make mistakes, and share ideas. So that's one of our new bags. Our second one is a color one. It says, and who you calling a fat quarter? That's one of my favorite ones right there. I love that one. And so that's our pink bag. It's really cool. And the red ones, they're called quilts, not blankets.
A classic.
Now this one's an awesome one. And the reason this is funny, guys, this is actually, I heard this is a true story of how we got this name. I was at a Baby Lock convention, and I was sitting with one of our store managers, Deb Donovan, and we were actually in the crowd, and we were watching this motivational speaker. It was up on the Baby Lock had brought in to talk. And you know, these motivational speakers, they always kind of incorporate your industry into their speech. And so he was talking about, you know, sewing, and his grandmother, you know, the whole time he grew up, his grandmother made blankets, and just kept talking about blankets. And you kind of tell there was kind of this weird thing going over the crowd. And finally, this lady says, they're called quilts, not blankets. And the whole place just started laughing. And I looked at Deb immediately and said, that's going to be a t-shirt. Well, it didn't become a t-shirt. It became one of our tote bags. But I loved that when she said that. So that's where that saying came from. We have a really pretty kind of a light purple colored one. And it says, when life gives you scraps, make a quilt. And also that has the Sewing Machines Plus logo on the back side. And who was that from Ontario?
Oh, that was...
I missed it.
Susan.
Oh, there she is. Hey, Susan. All the way from Ontario. We have a new yellow bag, Live Life One Stitch at a Time. It also has our logo in the back. Another new color, really pretty green. And it says your husband called and says buy anything you want. I like that one too. All right, then we have another new one. It's orange, and it says, we all come with baggage. Mine's full of fabric. That's pretty good. Oh, I dropped one. And the last one, I like big hoops and I cannot lie. So, and it's got it, and that's the really pretty blue. So there's all of our new bags, and showed you some of our new sewing mats. And so those are online right now that you can actually purchase. The bags actually are $6.99, Kyle, is that right?
Yep.
The bags are $6.99 a piece. And we have a bundle. If you buy all 8 bags, you can get them for $49. Is that right?
$49.99.
$49.99, you can get all 8 bags. So what we're doing today on the show, if you make a comment or if you ask a question to Angela, you're going to automatically be entered into our drawing. So one of the drawings we're going to have today is the bundle. So if you you win, David, when you pull up a winner today, they're going to win all 8 bags. So what do y'all think about that? That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's awesome.
That's going to be good. The other thing that we're doing today is Kai scissors. So I just happen to have 3 pairs of the Kai scissors here. If y'all can take a look at those. Those are really good scissors. Now I got another little story about scissors. So I'm the type, I used to, anytime I needed to cut something, I just grab a pair of scissors. And I'd always go, to your typical places like Walmart and different places and get those orange handle scissors. Have y'all seen those? And they're good, but after you use them for a little while, they kind of get dull pretty quick. I never really understood about scissors until I got into this business. And I remember I was at one of our retail stores one time, and I was going to cut a piece of paper, and I just happened to grab their scissors off their cutting table, and I went to cut the scissors, and you would have thought I'd committed the most heinous crime in the world. That I had 2 ladies at the same time yelled at me and said, "Don't you dare use those scissors on that." I had no idea why. So I had learned, if you ever get a good pair of scissors, you are just going to be amazed at how awesome the things cut compared to everything else out there. And so scissors make a big difference when you're using, in fabric, when you're using for fabric. And I understand now why the ladies were so protective of their scissors, because they didn't want to have take a chance on dulling them or anything. So we're going to talk a lot about scissors today, and we have 4 other fantastic giveaways, guys. That's going to be awesome. And Angela is an ambassador for Kai Scissors, so she's going to talk a little bit about her favorite pairs of scissors and talk a little bit about the Kai scissors. And hopefully she's even going to show us, how she can cut some fabric with them and all the different ones and what they're used for, because they have a ton of different type of scissors. And we're right now in the process of expanding their scissor line on our website. So we're going to have a lot more to offer than we do right now. I think currently we have 15 or 16, Kyle,
about
products.
16.
And we're going to probably up that to even about 30 products. But the scissors, I can't say enough about them. I used a pair the other day. I really liked them. And so I thought, that'd be a great show to talk about scissors, because that's something a lot of times we take for granted, just a little simple scissor. And so anyway, I want to talk a little bit about the giveaway, and then we're going to bring Angela on and start talking about these things. So today, do you have those where we can pull them up, David? We're going to give 2 of these away. Now, this is the GS7. It's a 3-piece professional set. This one is the GS7. It's the 144.
144, right?
So it's $144 value.
$144.
I'm going to give 2 of those away today to 2, our lucky viewers, and then show the other one. I think we have the GS8, isn't it, or 6? 8. Yeah, there it is. The GS8 3-piece, and it's almost identical, but it has a little bit different size scissors, and then one of them is the same scissor, but then the other 2 are different sizes. That's $149 value. And I'm going to give 2 of those away today. So if everybody can see that, those are some great, great gifts. I'm telling you. So, I mean, that's $600 worth of scissors we're giving away today. And plus our tote bag bundle. So some great prizes today. And hey guys, I think, one other thing I want to talk about. Y'all see the quilt in my background? This is an awesome quilt, beautiful quilt. Donna Johnson is one of our customers and made that. And actually, Donna actually is working for us now. We actually hired a few of our customers during the pandemic when we were so busy to help us out in customer service. So Donna's actually working for us in customer service now, but she provided the quilt for us today, and this is a beautiful quilt. So we appreciate you, Donna, for loaning that to us. And so are we ready, guys, to bring Angela on?
Ready to bring her on.
Let's bring Angela Wolf on, everybody. Let's welcome. Hey, Angela.
Hi, Blaine.
How are you?
Good.
Man, long time. Hadn't seen you in a while.
I know. That quilt behind you is gorgeous, by the way.
It is pretty, isn't it?
So just for funny, move your head to your left just a little bit.
You may look like a headdress.
There you go. Perfect. You look like you're in a flower. Yes, like the.
Got
perfect.
This big headdress on.
So nice to see you. Nice to see. I see a lot of the wolf pack just rolled in. We just had a live show an hour ago, and I showed them how to make a gator neckband to go fishing with. And now we're going to talk about scissors. I'm so excited.
So how's the fishing been? Are you and Wynn getting to go fishing any?
You know, we've only one tournament so far. We came in 5th, and now next week we've got our big tournaments, and it's like kind of like the first, like a whole week of it. I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, around here, it's we haven't been doing nothing but kind of staying indoors and kind of staying away from everybody. But the weather has been beautiful out here, and I know they opened some beaches up for the 4th of July, and so we're just still wearing face masks and face shields and a lot of things. So
we figure if we're on the boat, it's just Wynn and I, and we have one friend. Our boat's big enough to social distance, so I told my husband stay 6 feet away from me. I'm just teasing. I'm not joking about the whole thing, but no, we're on a boat, and actually the tournament's all virtual except for the fishing part. So everything's virtual. You have to drive your fish through and drop them off, and so it's going to be weird. But being on a boat for a week, nothing wrong with that.
Well, that's cool. I know we still have, a lot of our employees are still working from home, and I heard from a couple of them the other day, and they're saying, we're so ready to come back to work. We're sick of being home. And I said, well, I know. I said, hopefully it won't be too much longer, and we'll get to bring everybody back in, and we're making do and adapting and overcoming. And speaking of virtual, Angela, I know that you and I have talked about this for about 2 years now, doing a virtual event. But we're actually going to do one now. So we're going to, in the early fall, you and I are going to have a virtual event that we're going to host, and we're going to do some cool stuff.
It's going to be really exciting. I'm very excited. So details to come, everyone.
It is. And then also, everyone, we're going to do what we call our new product launch party. And we do that every year, and we have it, and we host it in our retail stores. This year, however, it's going to be virtual as well. So it's going to be a hybrid event. We're going to have a few people that are going to be in the stores live doing demos, very small customer group. We're going to limit how many customers can come in. And then we're also going to have a lot of instructors that are going to be coming to us virtual. So, and then we're going to broadcast this thing virtual so everybody can stream it and see it, what's going on in the store. And so it's going to be an awesome thing. We're going to have a stage set up with where they do demo machines, and then Angela's going to be a part of this. So we're excited about it. We're going to have some great presenters, and it basically is going to start at 10 o'clock in the morning and pretty much goes all day. So about every 30 minutes, we're going to have you're going to be seeing somebody new on stage or on screen, and demoing some of the new products that are coming out with all the different brands out there. So it's going to be exciting event, and I'm looking forward to that. So you're going to work with me on that, and I can't wait.
I know we've got 2 things. So I see some people asking, so for the event that you and I are planning, we're still in limbo of what the topic's going to be. So if there's something special you want me to teach for this virtual event, be sure to leave it in the comments because we'll take a vote then. It might sway my decision, let's just say.
Well, and what a lot of people don't realize when we do events in the stores or if we do an outside event, like some of the ones we've done in the past, you and I have together, we provide the sewing machines or embroidery machines, and it makes it easy because we know that the projects that we do are going to work on those machines. And it's easy to teach because everybody's doing the same thing. The challenge with doing a virtual machine and making it to where anybody can do the event with their whatever brand machine they have or whatever level it is. So that's where we're having to work out. It's a little bit challenging there. So once we get all that worked out and kind of figure out, what you have to have on your machine to be able to do it, we're going to start making an announcement. But that's what the delay is. It's a little bit more work than just having a virtual event.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
So
by the way, I heard you talking about Kai scissors. I just have to say, you were smart at learning about, not to grab the wrong scissors, not to just talk about that. But I saw somebody mention something about my husband. So Wynn did not learn as quickly as you did because he was redoing our boat a couple years ago and he wanted me to take photos. He had just rewired the whole back engine and he wanted me to take photos. So I pop on there with my camera, I zoom in, and I'm like, almost fell off the ladder. Guess what was sitting down with cut wires all the way around? And they were laying just like this, right on the floor. I just about died. So anyways, we have the most expensive scissors on the fishing for fishing, and they're still his. And I told Jeff that from Kai one day. I said, you have a whole nother market you need to hit.
So y'all have the most expensive wire strippers on the boat.
That's exactly it.
Well, tell Wynn he's not alone. I used to use my scissors for about everything, cut wire and all kinds of stuff. But then, I learned the hard way. I got yelled at. So now I don't ever make that mistake again.
Yeah, I didn't yell. I just I had a panic attack, and I was like, I don't know. I think I had revenge somehow. I'm not sure how. I told you we never fight, so it had to be something good. Like I don't know, hit his ice cream or something.
maybe you gave him some of those tacos.
Oh no, I didn't even tell everyone I cooked last night.
I want you to tell everybody the taco story.
Oh my gosh. So seriously. So last night, Blaine and I were talking to go over the show today, and I had this great idea. And everybody in the Wolfpack knows that I really stink at cooking, like probably a bigger word than stink, but I'll clean it up. So every once in a while I get a little, ambitious. So my mom said she had put hamburger in a crock pot, and I'm thinking, that just sounds gross. But I had a really busy day yesterday, so I ran by the grocery store and bought a pound of hamburger and threw it in the crock pot. Oh, I should have taken a photo. Let's just say it looked like burnt dog food. And we were so hungry that we ate it, and I took a bite and Wynn took a bite, and it was like a reminiscent of when I tried to make food like 15 years ago, and he looked at me and I said, this tastes like dog food. And he goes, no, dog food might be better. So anyways, we lost a few pounds between yesterday and today.
So there's a new item out there, and Angela's got the recipe. It's called dog food tacos.
That's it. Oh gosh, I'm never gonna live that one down.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to talk about Kai scissors today. What do you think?
That sounds good. I actually have I have a whole bunch behind me. If you let me switch over there, I'll show you. I actually keep a lot of
let's go over there.
I don't know what they are, so I'll bring you over.
Okay, sounds great. So today we're going to hopefully learn a few things about scissors. And I actually did learn the most important things. Don't use scissors other than what you on fabric because it'll mess them up real quick. And if you're going to make an investment in a nice pair of scissors, you want to take care of them. Hey, and I'm going to tell you something else I learned too, guys. Y'all may have not have known this, but the weight of the scissor makes a big difference in how it cuts and things too. I did not know that about Kai. And but good pair of scissors, want to feel really good in your hands. And that was one thing that they do as well. They make left-handed scissors. So if you're left-handed, they actually make a pair of left-handed scissors for you to use. So Angela looks like she made it over to her table. Look at all the scissors.
Oh yeah.
Now, everybody remember, if you have any questions, make sure you speak up and ask some questions about Angela, about the scissors and things. Or if you have any comments, feel free to comment. And make sure you share the video today. And if you comments, you're going to get entered to win. And again, I'm going to reiterate, if you just joined the show, we are going to be giving away 4 of the great big sets of Kai scissors. It has 3-piece sets. And one's the GS7 and one's the GS8. The GS7's a $144 value, $144. The other one's the GS8 is $149 value. We're going to give 2 of each of those away. So that's $600 worth of scissors we're giving away for 4 lucky viewers. And then we're also giving away the tote bag bundle. It's a $49 value. You're going to get all 8 of our new tote bags in the colors with the sayings. So all you have to do is make a comment on that and or ask a question, and we'll get you taken care of. So, Angela, tell us all about scissors now.
So by the way, I have a new bag for you.
Okay.
I like big scissors. That would be my slogan. And that you finally have a pink mat. I'm so excited.
You like that?
Yeah.
What do you think of the best friends mats? It has the cats and dogs on it.
That's cute too. Although, I'm a little over animals right now after last night's dinner. So.
Yeah, I know. My wife Michelle loves, she's a big dog person, or cat too. She just loves animals, and she fosters and does all kinds of things and volunteers. So that was kind of, I'll have to say, I was inspired to make that mat because of Michelle. Michelle was my inspiration to come up with the best friends mat.
Hi to Michelle, by the way. And if your mom's on here, every once in a while, she's on here too. Hi.
Oh, I'll bet you my mom's on here. She loves watching your shows. And if you're going to be on our show, I promise you she's going to be on here watching. And so if mom's out there, hi, Mom, I'm glad you're here. And my sister Robin, you've met at one of the events. I think Robin is probably on today too. And so I'm sure they'll say hi. But anyway, tell us all about some Kai scissors. I'm ready to see something.
Okay, so you're going to think I'm weird, but there's so many different kinds and so many different styles. I saw somebody ask if they have left-handed scissors. Yes, they do. Now, Jeff, if you're watching, I know you're on the floor laughing because I actually keep, Jeff from Kai Scissors, in case you're wondering, I actually keep my containers because sometimes I can't remember what they were for, if it was serrated, if it wasn't serrated. You'd think I could remember everything. I know I have my favorites, though, that my go-to scissors. But there are so many. I used to, for years, just have one pair that I used all the time for everything. And then one day, Jeff introduced me to serrated scissors, and I thought, I don't need those. He said, don't you cut knits and silks and things like that? And I said, yeah. So he said, try this. So now you can't try this, but I'm going to cut it for you, so maybe you'll see. So here's just a knit, which half of you watched us. We made this mask together an hour ago, or this gator neckband. So you saw I used a rotary cutter. Now, if you just go to cut this, and I'm just going to give you an example. If you just go to cut, it just cuts. Now, I don't remember which pair that is, but I know this pair is serrated, and it's really, so what happens is the bottom captures your fabric. It almost captures it, so you can't lose it. So when you're cutting silks or slinky fabric or even polyester chiffons, these are awesome, and they slice right through it. The other thing I love, love, love on every pair, and I think, did any of you watch 2 days ago when I embroidered lace and I was trying to trim the tool around the lace? I took one of these ginormous pairs, my big old scissors, and I only opened it that far, and I was able just to, it sliced all the fabric right down to the edge. Now, that being said, keep your fingers out of the way because I have a few of scars too. But there's different sizes, there's different angles. So when I cut jeans, I usually take this larger pair. I don't even, let me look at the number. And I know that, Blaine, you have mostly scissors, and if they're not on his website, you can always call him. But this pair is 7280. This is the pair that so many of you always comment when I have this on the live show because they're huge. and they look really big on camera, but these are awesome. And you know what? They're not heavy. This is another pair that I like, and this is the 7280 SE. See how you can just hear that, and then watch. I don't know if you can, how good you can see on this, but here's another knit, and it just cuts right through that fabric so well. So those are my pretty much two go-to pairs. And then this pair I use for dressmaking. Well, I'm always making dresses, but this is like just a little smaller, easier to get around. And this is the 7230. I had to write these down. And then when I'm not using these, I actually really do save the package and put it back in there. So that way later, if I'm like, wait a minute, where are my 5,000 scissors? Then I can just quickly go through and grab them. So now, you know, this is my life and it's my job. You probably don't need this many pair of scissors, but I would say like 3 are good to start with, because look at these little guys. I use these for snipping embroidery, snipping curves. The tips are really sharp. And then I have these little guys in almost every drawer. One is curved a lot and one is curved a little bit. Maybe these two are the same. I have one that has a bigger curve, but I use these for cutting embroidery, the back of embroidery. I use that, or I don't know what Blaine will say about this, but I take my husband's razor and cut the back of that too. I don't know what dulls it, but see, I told you I get him back for taking my Kai scissors.
You're getting back right there for using his razor. That's getting back. So one of the things I like about the Kai scissors, the kits that they have that we're giving away today, they actually have 3 different pairs of scissors in there. And I guess you were saying that you don't probably need as many scissors that you have, but somebody probably needs a various range of scissors just for the things that they're doing, correct?
Right. So, I mean, for cutting fabric, depending on what fabric, do you just cut cotton or do you also cut chiffon? Do you cut knits? I mean, I actually have different scissors for each specific, I would say, big grouping of fabric. I mean, I don't have a different one for every, if I had a different scissor for all those, I'd be, I would need to buy another bank. So these, I have some for cotton, some for denim, thicker fabrics. And out of all these pairs, I've only had one pair go dull. And that was after cutting, I think we cut 600 kits. This is years ago. We were doing little pairs of jeans for B2B. I don't even know if you remember that, Blaine. That was probably the first time I ever went to a brother event, and we had little kits. So 600 pairs of little mini jeans, and one pair went a little bit dull. I sent them to Jeff. He sharpened them, came back, and they were perfect. So the quality is really, really good. And so you have some for fabric. You have some for where you're doing little tweaking on your garments. Maybe you're working on armholes or little kids' clothes, things like that. Then you want something a little smaller for that. And then you have something next to your sewing machine usually, or something like that. And then if you do embroidery, that's a whole nother box of worms. So, or box of scissors, I should say. So it really just depends what you do. And they have right hand, left hand, serrated and non-serrated. If you work with a lot of slinky fabrics and knits though, those serrated scissors are a game changer. And I wasn't sure at first, but I am now. All I had to do was try it once. So just keep that in mind.
Angela, the serrated scissors is the biggest reason to have that is just to hold the fabric better. Is that kind of
right.
what they're for?
So Jeff was on my show about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. And he was, because I don't know the technical reason for this, but the bottom captures that fabric and just holds it in place. So when you go to cut, make sure I grab the serrated ones when I do this. I think this one here. This one is. Okay, let's see. Here's another. This one's not really a slinky knit. I did bring some silk out. I'm not going to cut a lot of this because this stuff, it's hard to find nowadays, but I love silk. So look at how slinky this is. And I just give this a little slit. Now, the difference of serrated is it captures and cuts. I don't know if you can kind of tell. And I'm going to show you the difference. Now, you cannot usually... Look at how sharp this is. Do you see? How, I don't know. I don't have a cameraman like you do to zoom in. But you can just slide this right through here. Look at how sharp that is. And I'm just using like the 1/4 inch on that. So just because your scissors are huge doesn't mean you have to like chomp at it. Let's see. This pair here. Here we go. I use these a lot. These are the 7280s. And look at how big these are. These do the same thing. Now these are not serrated. But again, look at how sharp those are. It's amazing. So you just, I don't know, the quality of what you're doing, the efficiency as whatever you're sewing, just a couple good pairs of scissors is great. And then what happens though is you get really spoiled with them, and then you want to keep adding because you'll say, oh wait, this pair here. So this one has a curve. See that curve? So I can use that for snipping. I use it for embroidery. I find a lot of different places to use these, and the point is really blunt. So if you have to get like in a tiny corner or something like that, these are great. These are, because I know somebody's going to ask, they're serrated, they're a blunt tip, and what number are they? N6136. And these are really nice. So I have these next to my embroidery machines. So I just have a little box, and then I put them back away so I know what they are and don't forget what they're used for. So there's a lot of different options.
Hey, so Angela, I wanted to throw something out there too. If anybody's interested in the scissors, we're actually going to give anybody on our show a little discount if you want to buy some of these. And all you have to do, go in, you're going to get a 10% discount on any of the Kai products we have on our website. And you just have to put in Kai 10, and that's KAI 10, the number 10. And they'll get a little discount on that. So I think we had some questions too, didn't we, David? So we had a question.
Don't make them too technical. I'm just teasing.
Well, you know, all you got to do is say, well, they cut. No. Corey says, oh, so how often should they be sharpened? Hey, that's a great question.
That is a great question.
Probably not sharpen until they're dull.
For real. I've only had, out of all these pairs, and I'm going to give you okay, let me just go back. The first pair of Kai scissors I ever had, and I really didn't even know what they were, kind of like you were talking about. You didn't know they were good scissors. So I won a fashion design contest in 2008. Okay, that's a long time ago. 12 years, if I'm doing the math right. And in my package, I won a bunch of different things, and one was a pair of scissors. They were actually this pair here, which I still use these all the time. I used to have about 6 pairs laying around, and then they kind of just disappeared, probably with wind. These are the it's like 6220. So they're kind of like a nice size, comfortable to the hand. So I had these, and I didn't know that I had not heard of Kai because I, just was a fashion designer and I never went to sewing shows. And I used those on paper for an entire year. The following year, I went back to the Sewing Expo to teach. And I went by the Kai booth and thanked them for the scissors. And then I saw the prices, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't have been using those on Christmas wrapping paper. So I went back home. I told him what I was doing, and he laughed and said, try another pair. So I tried another pair, and I still kept these and didn't sharpen them. Came back, cut with them forever, and they still never need sharpening. So out of all those years, that's 2008 till now, I've only had to have one pair sharpened, and I use my scissors all the time. So one pair, and you'll know if it goes dull. I mean, because it just won't cut. And then you just send it back and they sharpen them. But I've only had to sharpen once. So you just wait till it's dull. And if you're lucky, like me, you won't have to worry about that. So I would have to say the percentage is pretty low. In the old days, I'd have to go buy a new pair of scissors, but not anymore. So that was a great question, though.
Yeah, that's one of the things. These are kind of an investment, so you don't want to have to just cut them and then have to replace them. So and a lot of if your local sewing shop, a lot of the sewing places, if they have a repair center there, most of the time they offer scissor sharpening. So you can always just check at your local dealer and see too. So great question though about sharpening. I'm the type, I would probably dull them pretty quick because I'm cutting all kinds of crazy stuff. But I would say since these, or if you just use them for fabric, they're going to last forever. I mean, they really will.
I actually have a couple of pairs now that I use because they have a ton of different scissors, Kai does. They have some ones for paper and things like that as well. And so now I have a couple that I use just for paper, and I have some that I use for vinyl, things like that too. So I've kind of added to them. It just keeps growing. Kind of like fishing equipment for my husband, so does my scissor collection.
So Angela, we have another question, and I don't know the answer to this at all. Can the serrated be sharpened?
whoever just asked that was reading my mind, because I was thinking I was at Puyallup this last year, and I saw many of you there. I was in the Kai Scissors booth actually, and someone had asked him about that. And there's something different about the serrated scissors. So I think they can at Kai, but I wouldn't take it just to anyone. So I remember hearing that story. So just keep that in mind. And you could always just call Kai and they tell you too. But there was something about serrated that was different than regular.
And them right to Kai. So any of the pairs, and Kai will sharpen them, correct?
I'm not going to answer that for sure. Okay. I don't know. You'd have to just ask.
I wonder if they charge to do that.
I don't know. Jeff is a great guy. I know a lot of you've met him.
We'll find out. We'll find out for y'all if they do this. They offer that service, and then we'll find out about the serrated too, just for sure.
Yeah, and they also have pinking shears, and I remember somebody asking about that too. So when you ask Jeff, you ask him about the pinking shears too, because those are really good. I just never use pinking shears hardly at all, so I don't have a pair laying around.
Okay. Now I want to ask a question. What's a pinking shear?
It's scissors that looks like a Z. So like you could use it. So if somebody doesn't have a serger, they might use that to cut out the edges of their fabric to finish it off. I might have like an old pair of another brand laying around here, but I just used it for paper for decorating cards. But they're really common in the sewing and quilting world. So pinking shears are there. I just don't have a pair.
Do we have another question, David? Okay, let's put it up there. Isabel, Blaine, would you recommend cutting your mats down to size suitable for your own needs? Well, I guess, yeah, you could cut these. I would most certainly probably use a rotary cutter on them and, make them where they get some good clean cut. Yeah, because I know Kai's got a great rotary cutter, but, we have these in different sizes too. So if it's the small or our medium size, what's the size on that, Kyle? Isn't it like a 17 by 22 or 23? So it's a 17-inch by 22, I think, or 23. And so that would be, if it needs to be smaller than that, then most certainly I would cut it down and, and just make sure you got a good ruler and where you can keep it good and straight. And then, just use a rotary. I would recommend a rotary cutter on it. But they're looking at the sizes right now.
So
17 by 23. I'm sorry, Angela, I didn't hear you.
Do you, well, you could also use just a really good long pair of scissors on that. But I have to tell you, your mats, by the way, because I have the American flag and I have a blue one. And I have one under my luminaire and one under my stellaire when it's on a table. And then I actually put my serger and cover stitch on that when, I'm using those. It makes such a big difference in the vibration of the machine.
It does. It's amazing.
It vibrate. It's quiet. I mean, not that your machine should be vibrating, but the cover stitch and the serger, they're always shaking and making a lot of noise. And it really buffers that out a lot.
Yeah, you know what's amazing? Some of the newer type machines out on the market now are, they've quietened them down a little bit. But if you have an older machine that's even 10 years old, I know some of those, they kind of knock, especially the embroidery machines. You get something embroidery and they kind of knock a little bit. You can put it on these mats and it's like all of a sudden you put it in the cone of silence or something. I mean, it's amazing the difference it makes. And what's happening is that when it's the mechanisms, it's actually transferring that sound to whatever you have it sitting on. So it's making it enhances the sound you're hearing. And so these things are just really cut it down. So I forgot that we had sent you the American flag one.
I love that one.
Oh, everybody loves that thing. And we put it out, we brought it back out for 4th of July because that's a limited edition one that we do. And we brought it back out this year for the 4th. And we did really well with it. Everybody started buying them. We still have plenty in stock too. So if anybody still wants American flag one, we have plenty of those still left. But it's very patriotic. I love that myself.
So Blaine, do you sell horn cabinets?
Yes, we do.
This, by the way, is my new cabinet. I didn't even realize that this was covered up. It's not plugged in right now, but it's electric and goes up and down. It just Ed is the new national sales manager. I know.
So
Yeah.
Ed Reyes he used to be at Daylight, and now he's at Horn Cabinets. So yeah, we've been talking, and we're working on some different programs from Horn Cabinets, and cannot wait. Hopefully, we're going to unveil a big promotion with Horn, and in the not too distant future.
It's going to be very cool. I forgot to tell you this because this arrived and we hauled it in, and I just haven't had time to set it up yet. But I do have the cutting mat on the top, and I've been actually using it for a cutting table more so. My luminaire will fit here though, and it'll go up high and low. So I'm kind of excited about that. We had talked about that, and I forgot. I didn't tell you it arrived, and it's here, and it's in here.
Well, I didn't even tell you this. As you know, we have some of the products that we have exclusively for Sewing Machines Plus. And so one of the products we did a while back was called the King Quilter. And it's a big quilting machine, and we're the exclusive dealer in the whole United States. We're the only one that has it. And it is just an incredible machine. So we decided we would expand our line a little bit of machines. So we came out with a machine called the Encore. And it's a long arm quilting machine that's 18-inch. And then we also have a sit-down version of it. And both have done really, really well. So this year, we've probably been working now for probably 6 months on this new project, or maybe even longer. Kyle, how long has it been? A year? Maybe a year we've been working. I've lost track, it seems like. But we've been working really hard, and we're getting ready to launch 3 brand new machines under the Encore brand, and 2 of them are industrial machines. And really, one's called a 1541S, and the other one's called an 8700. And they're really nice industrial machines. They come with the servo motor. They come with the table that they fit on. And
oh, wow.
We're excited about those. And we didn't leave out the home sewer. We have a brand new home sewing machine coming out that may be hitting our warehouse next week. We're hoping it's going to be here, and we're probably going to do a review on it. But it is a beautiful machine. We're so proud of it. And it's called a Encore 260A. Has 260 stitches, has the alphabet, and it's a really good-looking machine. So we're really excited about that. We're going to be the only one in the country with it. And so there's just kind of we're dabbling into some new things, and we're getting ready to launch those. So hopefully we'll keep expanding.
That's awesome. And actually, there's a lot of people, even when I sewed for a business for years, I used a home sewing machine for a long time. Then I bought an industrial, and I still found myself using one of the home sewing machines versus the industrial, because the industrial was just like a workhorse and it was so loud. So I love the new technology. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you have on there, especially. So when you say not for home sewers, you'd be surprised. Some home sewers have the need for speed. And that's what I used to call that.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, because we were talking about wasn't it the 1500, the Brother 1500 one time? You were like, if you ever need speed.
Right behind me there. I love that thing.
Hey, now, I think we have another question too. And this is a great question. It's from Gloria. She says, if I'm buying my first pair of scissors, which one would you recommend? I'm a quilter. So what would you think, Angela, on that?
Probably let me go look at the number again. Hold on a sec. I want to make sure I tell you the right one. Now, do you, as a quilter, do you need to get into little snips? I mean, because I would say 2 pairs. I just know with quilting, you always need to get in little corners. So one pair that I would go with is this little guy here for when you need to get into small. Well, no, that one's curved. I don't want the curved one. It's this one. They both look the same. This one, it's a blunt tip. This is my go-to for everything, like as far as snipping into little corners. This is the ends. See if it's on here. I need stronger cheaters, Blaine. N5135. N5135. I feel like I'm playing bingo. N5135. And then this pair here is my go-to that I've had for years. And this one is the N5220. I think I said 6220, and I meant to say 5. So 5220. These 2 pairs you could use forever on stuff like this. So.
Hey, so one thing I wanted to talk about, Angela, and this was one of the things that Jeff was telling me at Kai. So that was a great question, which one to start with. But I think the kits would probably be the one to start with, wouldn't you think? I mean, I know it's expensive. It's $144 and $159 or $149, the two ones. But so around $150, you can get 3 pairs of scissors. And he said these will do anything that you're going to do. And one of them, can we pull those back up again, David? I wanted to look at that and see if we could see what numbers. You're probably going to be familiar with the numbers, Angela, but I think it tells you what number of scissors are in each kit. But the ones like we're giving away today, because when I was talking to Jeff, he was like, yeah, these are we try to package the best 3 for different uses that's probably all you could have to buy if you ever bought a set.
Right. And the set's nice because they're 3 different sizes. I didn't see which ones you had on here, but if it's the same kits that I've seen before, they're both great. I think one is serrated and one is not, maybe. But I didn't see.
We have one. It's called a GS7, and the other one's called a GS8. Can we pull those up again, David?
Yes. So here's the GS8 is the bottom one, and then that has on it the pair is a 7100, which is professional scissor, and then the other one is 7170, and then the last one 7205.
So everybody heard that? Could you hear, David?
We have a photo of them.
Yeah, can we pull them pull the kits back up on the screen?
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay. Make me go completely big so Angela can see them.
Yeah. So those are all the ones. Those are all the ones I just showed you, pretty much. The tiny one is the one I showed you down here, and the pair on the top is the one I just showed you. Those are both great sets, either one.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember the difference between the two, right, guys? It was just one. Two of the scissors are different size. One is the same scissor, and then two of them are a little bit different sizes. That's the difference between the 2 kits, I think.
Correct.
Correct.
That is correct.
Okay. So, I think that, he was talking about basically if you're wanting to get into, get your first set of scissors, which one to get, the kit would maybe the way to go. Now, if you don't, again, I think you hit on this, Angela, too, that, you use those little scissors a lot more. If you only can afford to buy 1 pair, then I would just, get the pair that's going to work for you the best. And depending on what you're doing, I guess. So if you're doing, I think she was doing quilting. I think if you're doing embroidery, you might, look at a different set then.
Embroidery, you want the curved, the small curved ones. And I just saw someone ask if they have rotary cutters. Yes, they do. There's the one I have here, the pink one, that's just the little inexpensive one. They have a nice one that has a blue handle that's pretty comfortable to use. So they do have rotary cutters too. It's really, what do you do? Do you use a rotary cutter on a lot of your things? Do you cut your fabric? Do you cut a lot of fabric? Do you work on small projects? That's going to be a big deal. I mean, if you make doll clothes, well, I probably still would get a big pair of scissors, but you don't need them. So just think of like what you do and what you're cutting and use it for that aspect. So if you're just doing embroidery and you're not cutting a lot of fabric, you probably want a good seam ripper, which they have as well, and the curved scissors, and then those small bunt scissors with the bunt tip. Those are great. So, I mean, it's really what do you do with your creativity, I should say.
Well, one of the things too, we have about 15 or 16 of their products on our website right now, and that's expanding. So if you don't see it on our website, probably wait about a week and we'll have all the new products up there. We're going to have almost all their stuff listed. And so we'll have a big selection of scissors and seam rippers and rotary cutters. So be patient with us. We're going to be getting there. But
call in to get any of them.
Yeah, so right now, and that's one thing Kyle just mentioned to me, you can call in and get anything that they carry. If you find any kind of Kai product out there, you can call us on our 1-800 number and get a order. You can place an order. Just because it's not on our website doesn't mean we can't take the order. We have all the products in our system now. We just haven't got the web page built. So we're working on that right now. So anyway, all of them are available on our phone by phone. So 800-401-8151, and or you can go to live chat and speak to one of our chat agents. And so you can call in and place an order for something. If you don't see it on our website, just call and ask, and we'll get it for you.
Sounds good. Actually, you have really good customer service because I've called in before.
I know you told me that one time. I tell you, we during this pandemic, it has been so crazy busy. I know you and I had this conversation too about even your business and how exploded, and every sewing dealer nationwide that I've talked to just couldn't hardly handle all the traffic they're getting, and the manufacturers have kind of ran out of sewing machines, and so it's been really tough on the industry. I mean, it's been good but tough to because we're so busy, and that's the way we were. We've been so busy, and you kind of feel like you're letting your customers down sometimes when you can't get through on the phones, and it's been extremely difficult for them to get through on our phone lines. And I remember one day just in May, it just stands out to me. We had 3,500 people that were in our phone queue waiting to talk to one of about 16 people we had, operators. And it's like, that's impossible. They're probably not ever going to get to talk to somebody. And so it's been that busy.
Wow, that's like almost as bad as calling in the insurance company and they put you on hold. I'm just teasing.
Well, it's right now it's everybody was home too, so I think everybody was shopping at the same time. So I think that was part of the problem. Everybody was home, nothing to do, so everybody was shopping. So
yeah. And it's kind of a year ago, everyone said, I wonder where the sewing industry is going to go. Are the young people coming up sewing? Are they, and then all of a sudden we get hit with this virus and they're all making masks. I see the youngest people ever making masks. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. They're learning how to sew. Unfortunately, it's for a mask, but it's a good place to start. And at least
it's a great thing, awesome. Because I think this has brought a lot more people into the industry and into sewing more than ever before, and I think you can even kind of look at our sales. The more inexpensive machines were real popular, like anything around $199 to $299. That price point just exploded, and so that was where we were running really low on those price point machines, because I think that was a lot of young people were getting into sewing for the first time, and they didn't want to spend a lot of money like like a lot of people do, and I guess to make sure they could do it, or they just wanted to use it to make masks. But I think what'll happen is people are going to enjoy it, and I think they'll, like everybody did, everybody started somewhere in this hobby and industry, and and I think they just kind of take it to another level.
And if longer we're home, the more we're going to be rehabbing our closets. That's a whole nother sewing project.
Hey, Angela, just saw another Angela. See, Angela Harden.
Oh yes, great name.
David, we have any more questions about some of the scissors? Yeah, everybody remember, we're going to be doing a promo, and we're going to run this promo until, Kyle, when are we going to have the rest of the products up? Till next, you want to run it till next Thursday? Or
next Thursday, so the 16th.
Okay, so we're going to run it for a week. So it'll be next Thursday until the 16th. We're going to run this promo. You can get 10% off all your Kai products on our website. And if it's not on the website, remember, you can call in and just ask for a particular type of scissor that we don't have on the website. We have them. We just don't have them, the product pages built yet. So, but anyway, you can make that order and get 10%. And again, we're going to have some great giveaways at the end of the show today. And so hopefully, if you're on the show, make sure you make a comment or ask a question and get your name entered automatically to win some of these.
That's awesome. You should have Jeff on here sometime, because he knows, like one day I was asking, somebody came to the booth and asked me a question. This is so funny. And he still will laugh about this. You'll appreciate this, Blaine, because I've worked with you at different events too. And I was there to teach, and he was hosting me to be there, and I was helping in the booth when I could. Well, there's like 1 million pairs of scissors there. Not quite, but a lot. And somebody came up to the booth and said, "What are these for?" I said, "Cutting." I wasn't sure exactly where she was going with that. And then they asked me, what was the best pair for something certain? Well, there's like so many. I use all the professional and designer scissors. Those are the ones I use. I just stick to that category. Well, there was this whole other table. And then she asked me like 2 other questions I couldn't answer. And I said, "Let me ask someone for you." And when I turned around, I heard her say to somebody, I hope they're not paying her much. She doesn't know anything about scissors. And I thought, oh boy, here we go. I know about my section, which is at the other end of the table. So Jeff and I laughed about that forever. But if you ever want, I mean, the technical aspects of these scissors is amazing. And then there's so much more to know about that. So you'd have fun if you had him on, because it's really interesting. It is.
We should have, if I thought about it, we'd had him on today.
Yes, that would have been fun.
Yeah, he could have answered the technical part of it. So we had another question that came up, and I don't remember who it was from. Della says, do they have scissors with a flat bill to prevent from cutting your bottom fabric?
Oh, yeah. Yes, they do.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know the number of it, though, offhand.
What does that explain? What she's talking about, cutting the bottom fabric?
I'm trying to think where my parents.
You're talking like if you were cutting a sleeve of a shirt?
No, it has a flat bottom, and then like you cut, and it so the bottom slides underneath. I use it for cutting sometimes my cover stitch hem, and so the bottom's flat, and when you cut, so the bottom, it protects your fabric from cutting. That I feel like I'm clapping. I have a pair. Hold on, let me just go peek and see if it's right here.
Okay. All right. So while Angela's
FedEx is here. Do you hear my doorbell?
Yeah. So go get your FedEx, and we're going to talk a little bit about the promotions. Hey, Kyle, can you hand me the bags, and we'll show everybody what the bundle is going to be that you're going to win today. And then let's put David, can we put the scissors back up? I want to show what we're giving away again today and reiterate that. So we're having everybody can see that the GS7 is a 3-piece professional set, and the GS8 is a 3-piece professional set. We're going to give 2 of the G3s away. I mean, the G7s. And those are about a $144 value. And then the G8s, we're going to give 2 sets of those away, and those are $149 value. So really good. And then if y'all can see all the bags, if you joined late, we actually did go through all the bags and show all the tote bags. But these all have unique sayings on them, and every one of them have a saying on them. And then we have our Sewing Machines Plus logo on the other side. But we have 8 new colors, 8 different colors. And we're going to give that as a bundle. These are $6.99 on our website, and each, and we have a bundle for $49.99. So we're going to give somebody a whole bundle of those today. So you'll get all 8 colors with all the fun sayings, and then we're going to give the 4 sets of scissors away. And well, that's what I was talking about a little earlier when Angela was saying about somebody asked a question about which set scissor to get. A lot of times you can just get one of these sets, and it covers about anything that you would need for any application. So that'd be something to think about on that. So I think Angela came back from FedEx, and let's get her back on the screen if we can, David. Hopefully she's back by now. There she is. She made it.
Yeah, look, he dropped off a pair. Actually, these are not Kai's, but is this what she was talking about? I'm pretty sure. The bottom's flat.
Okay. Oh,
so
I see.
Flat, and you can slide it and cut, and it doesn't, cut the bottom. So, but these are not Kai's. Somebody gave these to me as a gift. These are, I think, some other brand, but I don't use these very much. I don't have a need for that, but it comes in handy, especially depending on what you're sewing. So FedEx guy said hi, by the way. The FedEx guy and the UPS guy always come to the door, ring the doorbell, so everybody's dog barks, and then they say, are you live? And I always say yes. Did I lose you, Blaine?
No, I'm here. Oh, did you lose me?
I lost you.
Did you really?
No.
I see you. Oh, okay.
I lean on, they do have pinking shears. I don't have pinking shears because I don't use them, but not very often at least. But they do have pinking shears.
So we're looking to see if there's any more questions. Anybody got any more questions? Feel free to ask. So what did y'all do? You said you had a show today. What show did you do today?
I showed how to make this gator neck band. It was on the Brother page. So, during that COVID, I did a daily live show on the Brother page, and it was amazing. So now we're just doing it once or twice a week. So I'm getting my fishing things in line. Last week we made a tote bag, and this is for the beach, and now I have my gator. Do you want to see it? You would look good in yellow, Blaine.
Yeah, let's see it.
I made my husband one. I'm not putting it on, by the way, but you put it on and you put it over your nose. So my thing is I keep forgetting my mask, and then I want to run in somewhere to Walgreens or something like that, and I can't. So this is out of knit, and I made it tighter at the top, and see how it's looser at the bottom, kind of like a little collar. So when you have it on, it'll just be like a little necklace, and then you pull it up over your nose, and then now under no circumstances is medically proofed at all, but I use it for that, but I use it for fishing because it blocks the wind and the sun. So I hope yellow's my color because I'm making like 4 of these. And I made Win, a navy one, and I also made a black one, but I had a problem with the black one because I said I felt like I was going to rob a bank. So I'm going to stick with the bright colors.
Hey, I'm going old school.
Yes, you are.
We are selling on our website. We actually got some face shields, and we have the face shields that like the type that has the headband face shield, and then we've got some new ones that have like glasses you put on that you can put them over your glasses and do it. And it's a face shield, and it has hearts on it, and it's kind of decorative. We have them in pink and white. They're really cool, and we got those because a lot of people said they didn't want to wear face masks, or they wanted to wear a shield.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, can y'all pull that up? Oh, there they are.
Oh, those are cool. I would
Click on
have
the-
that thing blinged out. I would be using my scan and cut. There'd be vinyl all over that, and there would be rhinestones. Oh my gosh, those are cute.
I didn't think about that. We need to get somebody to bling those out really well.
Yeah.
So you can take the hearts on or off. You don't have to have the hearts on them, but and it also comes with a free bottle of 4 ounce. Is it 4 ounces, right, guys? 4 ounces of hand sanitizer. So both sets of masks come, and they come in sets of 10. So they're pretty cool.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
There's one of our, actually this young lady is a sister to one of our, Lorena, that works in our customer service. Her sister works at a hospital, and this is her actually at her hospital with her gown and everything on, and her scrubs. And we got them, we sent them a whole big pack of them over there. And then I think the first girl was Kennedy that we showed. The Kennedy actually works in our customer service. Kennedy works in our customer service, group in the call center. And so she was kind enough to model a pair for us. So anyway, we started selling those because everybody was wanting to get some masks. And then this is the other one. This is a little bit different type, but they're pretty cool. They are anti-fog and, fit over your glasses. And so they anyway comes in packs of 10. So if anybody needs a face shield, a lot of people are liking these a lot better than having to wear a face mask because they can breathe a lot better. My wife has asthma, so it's hard for her to breathe through that mask. So a face shield, it doesn't restrict her breathing at all.
Yeah, I would totally agree.
So anyway, in your show, your regular show was yesterday, correct? Don't you have a Wednesday Facebook show?
Yeah, every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yesterday we embroidered lace. Next week we're going to be on a boat, so you never know where I am. But I've been doing it for 3 years, and I think I've only missed maybe 2 Wednesdays, and it was because taping it so easy or something like that. But we have a lot of fun. We call it the Wolf Pack gets together on that day. So someone asked where to find that. So go to AngelaWolf.com. That's where you can find all my things. Now the show today I just did earlier is on Brother Sews. If you go to Brother Sews Facebook page.
Well, yeah, I wanted to tell everybody that not only are you an ambassador for Kai Scissors, you're also an ambassador for Brother Sewing Machines, and you have a TV show called It's So Easy. And Brother is one of the major sponsors of that show, and you're on there, and that's usually on PBS, and that's airs. Doesn't it still air like every Saturday, Angela?
It's all over the United States, so the days are different. But now it airs on PBS, Create TV. It live streams on Amazon, so if you have Amazon, you can watch it there. And actually, ironically, we're celebrating 10 years, believe it or not, Blaine. So starting tomorrow, while I'm gone on my little mini vacation, every day at noon on the Brother Sews Facebook page, every day at noon, we're going to play one of the older episodes for 10 days in a row, celebrating 10 years. And so last night I was scheduling all these, and I watched season 1 and 2. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even watch myself. But my husband looks, he goes, "Gosh, you look so young there." I said, "That's not funny. I'm still young." But it's funny what 10 years does. So I think everyone's going to have a lot of fun this week with some of the episodes I chose to play. So yeah, 10 years. And so you can pretty much see it anywhere now, online, YouTube. All my episodes are on YouTube as well.
Man, that's crazy how time flies. It's I think you and I met in 2012, if I remember correctly. So I mean, we've known each other for 8 years, and it seems like it was yesterday. And
so, if I hold up a photo, I'll just say, you look so much younger back then, Blaine. You have changed a bit, actually.
I'm sure. I see photos of myself all the time. I go, "Oh my God, why did I look so young then too?" I was like, "Wow." And but hey, we're having fun. It's all that matters. Hey, we had another question came up, and hopefully we'll know the answer to this, or you will. Does Kai have? Is it buttonhole? Yeah, buttonhole scissors from Sherry. Hey, Sherry, thanks for the question. And does Kai make buttonhole scissors?
I can't help you with that one.
Yeah, we'll have to find that out for you, Sherry, and see if we can answer that. We'll find that out, and we'll put the answer up on this Facebook feed.
Yeah.
So
I have like buttonhole that I use from my show and stuff, but I didn't get that from Kai, so I don't know if he does or not. They have a lot of things though.
They do. They have a ton of products. So getting back to, we were talking about, it's so easy. That's great. Congratulations on 10 years. That's incredible. And the other thing, so I know that you have your Facebook Live show, and could we get the link up there before the show ends and show everybody how they can go see Angela's show? We'd recommend, if y'all have a free Wednesday, to go drop by and watch Angela's Facebook Live show. It's always entertaining, very informative, has a ton of things that she does. And so we've always enjoyed it. We've been on your show a couple times, I think this year. Then we were on there twice or 3 times.
And the Wolfpack loved it. You gave away so many things. They were like, "When are you coming back?" I keep on your show instead. No, it's great. And even if you can't make it live, you can always catch the episodes later. So
yeah, they're always on there. So always good. There it is.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's it.
We would recommend you to go check out Angela. And yours is every single week, where ours is every other 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. But you're on there every week, every Wednesday. And what's the time that you're on there, Angela?
1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
1:30.
Oh, 1:30. Okay.
Yep.
So 1:30. And so we would recommend you to go check Angela out on her show. And if you haven't seen the PBS show, It's So Easy, go watch that show. You can actually go on YouTube, and they have a lot of the older episodes on there you can actually watch. That's a great show. And then sometimes you have guests that come on, and I know that you've had Cindy Hogan, who's been on our show, has been on that show as a guest, and you've had Joanne Franco, and I think, have you had Ring Wilcoxon as well on there?
Yeah.
So I know you've had a ton of people come on as guests sometimes. So you can get to see a lot of cool things on your show. So that's an awesome 10 years. That's a big accomplishment.
I know it's kind of hard to believe. In fact, we just finished taping season 20, and I had to laugh because I chose what I was going to do for the season back in January before COVID. And I wanted to do sportswear, athletic wear, stuff like, I didn't do this on there, but I did leggings, a lot of leggings and a lot of workout tops and sports bras. So then it comes time to tape, and that's all we're wearing. So I guess I was just right on trend. So everybody, after the next season comes out, I think it launches in October, you will learn how to make leggings, sport tops, work with knits. Everybody will have cool leggings. So we also do that in my fashion sewing club too. So if you want a sneak peek, we're already doing that. So it's fun.
Now, so explain to you what your fashion sewing club is.
So I started it about a year and a half ago. It's a club. It's just a monthly membership. And for all these years, I keep giving different lessons, and it's hard to find everything. Do you go on YouTube, the blog? Where do you go? So I started the Fashion Sewing Club originally to be just a one-stop shop where you could see all of my information and have a monthly live Q&A. Well, the club grew so fast, and it's become so much fun. I can't stand to wait a month. So now we have weekly live shows that are just for the Fashion Sewing Club on it's not on Facebook, it's a different platform. And sometimes we do a lesson, like today at 4, we have just a Q&A where they can ask any questions of fashion things they're working on. And then next week I'm doing something else with leggings. So it just changes. Sometimes there's a free pattern, but it's a great group of people, and everybody from beginner to advanced. It's a place they can go watch all of my things in one spot, ask questions, and we have a private Facebook group. So, it's just a fun hangout, I would say, but a lot of learning. And so if you're in the mood to sew, it's, you can get a lot of information. If you just want to hang out with friends while you're not in a sewing mode, that's a good place too. So I've been really grateful for all the members, and I think 1 year was this February, so about 1.5 years now. And I'm just trying to make it bigger and better.
Awesome. Well, hey, Angela, I know you're a busy lady, and unless you have time to stick around till we give the stuff away, but I know you're really busy. Do you need to go, or can you stay for 5 more minutes?
Oh, I'll stay for 5 more minutes. I can't wait to see who wins.
All right. Well, good. So, all right, everybody, we ready to give some stuff away. So the first things we're going to give away, our tote bag bundle. So we're going to give this tote bag bundle away, and it's 8 tote bags in the various colors with all the great comments on them. And if you win, how you collect your prize is email me at CEO@SewingMachinesPlus.com with your shipping address, and we'll get all this stuff shipped out to you. So that's how you're going to redeem it. You have to email me right there. He's got it on the screen. CEO@SewingMachinesPlus.com, and we'll get that right out to you. All right, so David, Kyle.
You need a drum roll.
There it is, Sue Honeycutt. Congratulations,
congratulations,
Sue. So Sue is going to win all the tote bags, all 8 of them.
Think of all the fabric you could put in there.
She can stuff those full of stuff. So congratulations, Sue. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to give the GS7 set. These is our $144 value, and we're going to give our first kit away, the Kai Scissor kit. And
this is an amazing set too. Oh,
Eartha
God.
Lewis.
Congratulations.
Eartha. Is that right, or is it?
No, that's right.
That's Eartha? Okay. I thought it might have been Martha, and he left out. So congratulations, Eartha. Eartha Lewis just won a Kai Scissors kit, the GS7.
You're going to.
Eartha, just make sure you email me your shipping address, and we'll get that right out to you. Okay, another winner for a G7. We're going to give one more set of the G7s away. There we go.
And that will be
Marina.
Marianne.
Marion. Oh, I'm sorry. What's the name, Kyle?
Marianne Camus.
Camus? Marianne Camus? Okay, so congratulations, Marianne. She's winning the second set of G7 scissor kit away.
Nice.
All right, so let's go ahead and go with our G8.
Blaine, you were thinking marina because I keep talking about fishing. That's why.
At the marina? I love going through the marina and filling up with fuel on the boat. I used to always remember that as a kid. You go to the marina on the lake, you fill up with the boat, you get an ice cream sandwich, and you get so hungry around the lake.
I thought you were being funny about the gas prices for boats.
No, I remember it's just those great memories as a kid.
Yes.
All right, let's get us a winner of the G8. This is a $149 value kit. Lynn White. Congratulations, Lynn.
Congrats, Lynn.
That's awesome. Lynn, make sure you email me your shipping address. So email CEO@SewingMachinesPlus.com and your shipping address, and we'll get those right out to you. All right, and our last and final winner. Let's get us a good winner. Drum roll. Cricket, is that correct? Cricket McDermott.
That's a
We
cool
have the
name.
most unique names on this
That's
show.
a cool name. Although Marianne said you say her last name Carmo.
I said it wrong. Camus, Carmel.
Camus.
Well, as you know, I can't see. Everybody knows me knows I can't see anything, so I just kind of they have to tell me a lot of this stuff. So Cricket was our final winner. Congratulations on getting the last G8 kit, $149 Kai scissor kit. And Cricket, make sure you email me your shipping address to CEO at SewingMachinesPlus.com, and we'll get that shipped out to you ASAP. And so anyway, there we go. Angela, thank you so much for joining our show today. And hopefully we'll get you on here again soon, and look forward to talking to you. And we'll get I'll be talking to you in the next week or two, just getting the launch party planned. And you're going to be part of that. And so everybody, make sure you come and see our launch party on August 14th and 15th, because Angela's going to be one of the presenters. So, and we're going to show some new products, hopefully. And hopefully. And if Brother comes out with new products, Angela will be showing it. If not, we'll be showing old products.
Yeah, maybe we'll be showing old products. It'll be good though, whatever it is.
It will be. So it'll be on there. So anyway, everybody say hi and bye to Angela, and thank you for coming on the show today, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
Say hi to Michelle for me.
I sure will. All right, everyone. There you have it. Angela Wolf, as always, very entertaining and very knowledgeable. And we're going to talk a little bit, guys, before everybody gets off here, about our next show. And our next show is in 2 weeks. Do we have where we can pull it up on the screen, David? Do we have any advertisement on it yet?
Not yet, but it's going to be.
We have Stephanie.
Stephanie.
And what's the company?
She is with.
We're going to. I can't even remember it.
1 second. Stephanie is.
And it. Oh my gosh! How did I forget that name? Anyway, if y'all like fabric, Fron, that's it. Fron Designs.
Fron Design Studios.
Fron Design Studio. So Stephanie from Fron Design Studio, she's the owner of that. She lives up in Wisconsin. And a lot of y'all, if y'all have been into the real artsy side of fabrics and doing quilting, this is going to be right down your alley. She has some of the most beautiful quilts and fabric that she does. And anyway, we're going to basically launch a new product with her, and it's going to be exclusive for Sewing Machines Plus. And we're going to have this product that you can buy. And all I can say, can't tell you exactly what it is, but it has to do with quilting kits. So think about that for a minute. It's going to be really cool. And so we're going to have that. She's going to be on the show, and look forward to it. She is a fantastic person, great personality. Y'all are going to really like her. And so she's going to be on our show. We're going to talk all about the launch of the new product. And she's going to show you a lot of samples and do a lot of things. So it's going to be a fun show. She's really, really talented. And she's an artist. And she's taking her art right to fabric. And that's what's really cool. So anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in today. Great show. I always love having Angela on. She's so entertaining. And we learned a little bit about scissors. So again, don't forget that you can go on our website, and you can use a coupon code, KAI10, to get 10% off any Kai product. And if you don't see it on our website, that doesn't mean we don't have it. We just haven't got some of the product pages built yet. But we are going to have a whole lot more products on there. But you can buy anything that Kai sells that you know that their brand. We can sell it to you. Just call in our 800 number, and that's 1-800-401-8151. Or you can speak to one of our live chat agents, and they can kind of guide you in the right direction. But call in, and they can take your order right over the phone, and we'll get that out to you. So again, guys, thanks David and Kyle for the behind the scenes helping us out there. And so hopefully we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Have a great day.